This is Disneyland News Today. I'm Tom Corliss, and here now are the top Disneyland Resort stories for April 21st, 2022. Tarzan's Treehouse at Disneyland, which has been closed and under construction since September of last year, is going to be rethemed, according to the Orange County Register. The Treehouse attraction will have a new theme and backstory when it eventually does reopen. Details of the new theme remain under wraps, but rumors indicate it may be Encanto, but that is pure speculation at this point. Demolition of the entrance will begin this week, as of April 18th. A reopening date was not announced. Of course, the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse opened at Disneyland Park in 1962. It was rethemed to Tarzan when the film came out in 1999. Tony Baxter famously used this retheme to save the treehouse from demolition. The Swiss Family Treehouse remains, of course, at Walt Disney World, at Disneyland Paris, and Tokyo Disneyland, while Tarzan's Treehouse is also at Hong Kong Disneyland. A big part of this is also, you may recall, the entrance of Tarzan's Treehouse is right in the center of the path between Adventureland and New Orleans Square, which I think has always been a traffic problem. And right now they're redoing the entrance of Pirates of the Caribbean to sort of help alleviate that congestion. So this is definitely all part of that. So I completely understand the need to get that entrance thing out of the middle of the path and kind of revert the treehouse back to the original footprint. What the theme will be, I mean, Encanto kind of works. I don't know if there's a better idea. We'll have to wait and see what exactly Disney is going to be doing, or if they go back to the Swiss Family Robinson. I mean, that would be tremendous as well. But we all know that's probably not going to happen. Regular character meet and greets have returned to Disneyland Resort, which means no more physical distancing. Guests can hug, high five, and get autographs from the characters again. So we circled Disneyland to get selfies with Chip and Dale, Red, Cruella de Vil, Goofy, and Pluto. And of course, characters are no longer appearing on balconies and behind ropes, and distancing has been lifted from character meet and greets at Walt Disney World and on the Disney Cruise Line as well. Disneyland Resort has released their guide to all the Mother's Day treats and brunch options that will be available at the resort this year. At the Plaza Inn, you can get the Mother's Day brunch. At the Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, the GCH Holiday Cart will have various Mother's Day themed treats available, and Storytellers Cafe will have a Mother's Day brunch and dinner. Goofy's Kitchen at the Disneyland Hotel will also have a Mother's Day brunch and dinner, and you can reserve your spot for any of these meals starting April 20th. A handful of new plant-based treats will be available at Disneyland Resort during the next 2 weeks in honor of Earth Day on April 22nd. At the River Belle Terrace, available April 21st through the 25th, you can get the corn on a cob succotash and the plant-based chili and cornbread skillet. At the Grand Californian, the GCH Craftsman Grill is offering Earth Day hot dog, available on mobile order through April 30th. In a video shared by an anonymous Disneyland Resort guest, another guest refused to let a parking lot tram leave at the end of the night because another couple had cut him and his wife off in line. The guest standing next to the tram refused to move behind the yellow line after another couple boarded. The trams will not move, of course, until all waiting guests are behind the yellow line for safety, so the tram was stuck as the guests yelled and swore at other guests. Guests aboard the tram yelled at the unmoving guests, at one point chanting, "Back it up." He frequently told the crowd to shut the blank up and flip them off. So nice. He finally moved by the yellow line after the other couple left the tram and also went behind the yellow line. He continued to argue with guests on the tram, however, and one guest, angry at how he was speaking, left the tram to confront him. Thankfully, a physical fight did not break out and the second guest returned to the seat. According to the guests filming the incident, security asked the guests to leave after they stopped recording, and he responded, "No problem, I didn't want to cause any trouble." Wow. You can watch the full video on our website. It's something. In February of 2020, Disneyland debuted the Magic Happens Parade as part of the resort's 65th anniversary celebrations. But less than a month later, on March 12th, the resort would pause live entertainment and close due to the COVID pandemic. Shortly after the parks closed, Disney hosted a virtual viewing of the parade. That video was quite popular on YouTube, but has since now been removed from the Disney Parks YouTube channel, leaving no public official recording of the performance. Luckily, we, of course, have videos right here on our channel, as we were there during the few performances of Magic Happens that happened, whether they were daytime or nighttime. But it is really interesting that this has been removed. There's been no mention of the return of the parade at any point. There's a lot of speculation that maybe it won't come back, which seems extreme to me, but we'll have to wait and see exactly what's going on. Mice Chat has shared aerial photos of the construction in Mickey's Toontown at Disneyland. The land closed in early March for a major reimagining to coincide with the opening of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, scheduled to open in the spring of 2023. Mice Chat's photos show that the sidewalks have been torn up, in part to remove the defunct Jolly Trolley tracks, and walkways are also being rerouted to better accommodate the larger crowds expected for Runaway Railway. Both the Mickey Mouse and Roger Rabbit fountains have been removed from their respective courtyards. There will be new fountains later on in the land. Gadget's Go Coaster will be updated with a new theme, but most notably, Chippendale's Treehouse has been completely removed and demolished. Treehouse was once home to Chippendale's Acorn Pit. This closed less than 5 years after Toontown first opened. And the bluffs behind the Treehouse remain. It's likely that a pathway, though, connecting Toontown to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will be created in this area. It's yet to be confirmed at this point, but it seems likely. Goofy's Playhouse is surrounded by scaffolding. This will be rethemed as well. Again, Disney has not said exactly how, but it will have changes, as will Donald's Boat, again, when Mickey's Toontown reopens next year. If you've got your regular non-pretzel Spirit jersey in a twist, you might love this new pretzel-themed Spirit jersey, which finally arrived at Disneyland. A matching Loungefly mini backpack is also available. The jersey is solid white, but the sleeves are patterned with salted Mickey pretzels. The Disneyland logo is on the left breast, but the D is brown and covered in a white salt-like pretzel. Disneyland is also on the back shoulders, and the letters again turned into pretzels. The sleeves also have tiny white squares of salt around the pretzels, and a giant Mickey pretzel is at the bottom of the back of the Spirit jersey. It costs $74.99. The backpack is whitish color and patterned all over again with those salt squares and Mickey pretzels. The front pocket is in fact one giant one. The straps and zipper lining are dark brown, and the interior is light brown and patterned with salt squares and again the Mickey heads. The bag costs $85. A sparkly blue Mickey ear headband has sailed all the way from Aulani, a Disney resort and spa in Hawaii, to the Disneyland Resort. The ears are covered in blue sparkles. A row of yellow, white, and blue lily flowers sit on the headband in front of the ears, and the centers of the flowers are sparkly Mickey heads. The headband has blue shimmer fabric on the outside and blue velour on the inside. We found these in Adventureland Bazaar at Disneyland for $30. Another new mini ear headband featuring a rainbow veil and a butterfly bow is available. The ears are puffy pink and purple sparkling tulle. The butterfly at the center is made of wire and sheer white fabric. It's decorated with silver gems and glitter, plus a pink heart gem at the center. A sparkling yellow, blue, and pink veil hangs from the back of the headband. We found it in the Mad Hatter on Main Street for $29.99. The newest dress from the dress shop is inspired by the Dapper Dans of Main Street, USA. The dress is white with red, green, yellow, and blue and purple vertical pinstripes. Pattern among the stripes are bow ties, boater hats, and music notes in different colors. There are 4 buttons down the chest in green, yellow, purple, and blue, and it has pockets. We first found the dress at Disney Clothiers Limited in Disneyland for $128. World of Color is returning to Disney California Adventure on April 22nd, and we now know it will use a virtual queue system. The virtual queue will be accessible via Disneyland app, and enrollment will open at noon daily. Guests who are able to make a virtual queue selection will receive a notification to enter the designated World of Color viewing area via one of 2 marked entrance points, blue or yellow, assigned to them approximately 45 minutes before the show begins. If the virtual queue reaches capacity, guests can visit the Paradise Bay viewing area shortly before World of Color begins to check in with a cast member for walk-up viewing availability. Joining the virtual queue for World of Color is not required to view the spectacular, but it is recommended. Disneyland also released a teaser video for the return of the show. Character meet and greets at Avengers Campus and California Adventure have been socially distanced since the land opened in June of 2021. But now, for the first time ever, you can meet the Avengers and some of their foes on the Avengers Campus without distancing or mask requirements. While the characters didn't have PhotoPass photographers, we don't mind taking our own photos. And we were just excited to interact with our favorite Marvel characters for the first time ever on the campus. But the coolest thing had to be a new prop that was debuted by Ant-Man and the Wasp in the land, featuring a shrunken down version of Flik's Fun Fair, otherwise known as a Bugs Land, which closed in 2018 to make way for the Avengers Campus. The prop features there's actual moving ride vehicles in this tiny prop, including a spinning Flik's Flyers and a Heimlich's choo-choo train that goes around the track. As you see in these photos, the Wasp was seen holding it, but then also other guests caught Ant-Man with it as well. It was shrunken down, of course, using PIM particles. There's a whole little base that has the PIM logo and such on it. This is one of the coolest things we have seen in a very long time. This is really neat, and kudos to the team that developed this. It's a very thoughtful homage to what was there before. If you stayed at the Grand Californian Hotel and Spa or plan to soon, you can keep the memory of that stay alive with a new holiday ornament that has become available. The ornament depicts the exterior of the Grand Californian. The back of the ornament has Mickey and Minnie in the hotel's lobby, and the sides of the ornament have light blue windows with the iconic brown and green upper half. The ornament costs $29.99. Now through May 31st, Disneyland Resort Magic Key holders can save 20% on hotel rooms at the Hilton Anaheim. Hilton Anaheim is less than 1 mile from Disneyland Resort. It's a pretty convenient walk. This offer is available on select nights and parking is included. Magic Key holders can book their stay on the Hilton website. They must present a valid photo ID and Magic Key pass at check-in. For the absolute latest Disneyland Resort news, head on over to DisneylandNewsToday.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. Do not forget, obviously, April 22nd is the return of the Main Street Electrical Parade, World of Color, and Disneyland Forever. And we, of course, our reporters will be there on the scene to bring that all to you, as well as all the new food and beverage options that are coming on board to celebrate the return of those offerings. So stay tuned on April 22nd to DisneylandNewsToday.com to see all of that coverage. Obviously, we'll talk about it here on the show next week, but we figure you may not want to wait. So stay tuned to the channel and also the website to check that all out. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more content, and click the bell for notifications. Also hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of Disneyland News Today. You can also support the entire team behind this show by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. For DLNT, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today, and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Welcome to Deep in the Plus. Each week, join host Rob Whiteside and a panel of Disney superfans as they take a different movie or TV show from the Disney Plus catalog, tell you its history, details, give their review, and let you know if it's worth your time. Current shows, classic movies, and everything in between. Watch Deep in the Plus live Tuesday nights at 9 Eastern for new episodes, or catch Deep in the Plus anytime on YouTube at unplanneddowntime.com.